Hello there, and in today's video we're going to talk about Manchester United, you know eyeing the 100 million transfer Declan Rice, to sign them within their transfer budget. And we see believes West Ham and England midfielder Declan Rice is an obvious replacement, in Manchester, City, and also in Manchester United. He is out of contract at the end of the season, and it seems unlikely that Manchester United will have a very tough competition from Man City to sign a Declan Rice right now. And also Chelsea are also eyeing him right now. Chelsea will also be eyeing him. So this will be a very tough, transfer market, tough transfer situation right now. Because Man United are preparing the groundwork to sign, the West Ham midfielder Declan Rice. Manchester United are trying very, very hard. They are bargaining, according to the recent reports and the recent news, to add Declan Rice to a star-studded team, a team where they have players like Ronaldo, Rashford, Greenwood, Sancho, but they do lack some midfield power, and that's where this German is being focused at. My focus is on the current players. Rangnick said, on the sets of different news this week, we have enough players in the squad. There is no lack of players. Transfers in the winter only make sense if they help you and really help the quality. So far, we haven't spoken about that. My focus is mainly on the current squad. However, we do know that Rangnick wants a CDM very badly, because according to him, a new CDM could be the difference, or could be the main difference making among all the different players right now who are in the squad. The German tactician has agreed for the club to continue their detailed assessment on the long-term targets. United are going to step up their game to get Declan Rice and to also get the likes of Erling Haaland. At the end of the season, Rangnick is set to join football director John Murtagh and the technical director Darren Fletcher as a part of the behind-the-scenes transfer committee. But there are also talks, provided that he plays well enough, he might continue as the coach for at least 1 year. Because according to different sources, you need 1 year to implement or to make a permanent change in any team. And Rice has been identified as a player that could revitalize a midfield that has come under scrutiny in the recent times. United are aware it will cost upwards of 100 million to land the England international, but are prepared to smash their transfer record in order to do so. The report suggests that the Red Devils will begin to lay the groundwork for a transfer in the coming weeks ahead of a big bid at the end of the current season. Old Trafford officials believe that should West Ham fail to finish in the top 4, Rice ambitions will take over the clubs and make a deal easier to complete. The Hammers sit just on the edge of the Premier League top 4, 1 point behind Arsenal after their 3-2 win over Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. Rice played a pivotal role in the win, playing a key part in 2 of the visitors' 3 first-half goals. Speaking before the game, though David Moyes issued a defiant message claiming he was prepared to build the new side around their prized asset in order to keep him. But it is highly likely that David Moyes will not be able to resist the huge transfer, budget which will be presented in front of him. Well, Declan's under a long-term contract here, under a long length of contract. So from the point of view, we have not got a big panic. We will keep Declan as long as we possibly can. We have no intention of selling him. If we ever do, I've already said many times that it would be a shot to the moon. Overall, he's done a great job. Hopefully, he keeps driving the team, and I hope we continue to add good players to play with around Declan. My job is to keep building the club and build this level up and getting Declan players around him who are of a similar level and capable of playing at a really high level. So that's a very important message which we have seen right now from the United boss. So this is pretty much sure. This is a very big step. Because Declan Rice basically is included in the 100 million transfer budget of Ralf Rangnick. We know that Ralf Rangnick has a very huge transfer budget, and within that transfer budget, Declan Rice is included as one of the players, who would lay the groundwork to set up the midfield of Manchester United. He would play a pivotal role to set up the midfield of Manchester United, and and restructure and structurize the midfield of the United team in a way which would benefit the United team furthermore. So as we know, Ralf Rangnick has been given a budget of $100 million, in this transfer window, and he is going to target players like Erling Haaland and Declan Rice and all of those players. So that's no big surprise for us if he targets those players. It won't be a big surprise. So yeah, that is the news today. The Manchester United are eyeing another potential transfer suitor, who is Declan Rice, and we have seen how well he has played for the team of David Moyes. We have seen. And even though even though the David Moyes' team, they are adamant on keeping him, it's still a big issue. It's still an issue of scrutiny as to how long they will be able to keep him, how long they will be able to keep him, sustain him, and take him into account or protect him as a player, because he will want to leave. Trust me, if he gets a chance to come to United, he definitely will. And he will also get game time. By the kind of player who he is, Rangnick is going to fix the midfield of United. That's one thing he's gonna do, and you can be absolutely sure of it. He will fix the midfield of Manchester United. So yeah, that was what was one of the hot news as today. And another issue is we are gonna face Wolves tomorrow, and I'm gonna talk about the strategy and the structure of facing Wolves, how they can face Wolves, how we can win over Wolves and all that. But I more or less I love talking about transfer issues and transfer news and other important trending issues of the match. So which midfielder do you think would be best? Would Declan Rice be best? Would Amadou Haidara be best? Or Buburik Kamara be best? And there's also an issue of Frank Kessie. There are a lot of young, talented, potential players right now in the market. And I think if we just make one single pick, if we pick a good CDM or a good midfielder right now, that would change the entire dynamics of our team. That would change the entire dynamics, the existence and the nature with which the team plays absolutely, differently, day and night. That would make a day and night difference in the team. So what do you think? Do you think Man United need a midfielder or a CDM, or a new defender? I think we need a CDM, a defensive midfielder would be our best choice right now. We also need a defender. We are stacked with attack, but our backside is weak. The backside of the team, the base of the team is weak. So that's why we need to improve. So let me know what you think right now. And for the next video, take care.